purpose of this demonstration is to explain Schrödinger's theory of the unpredictability of the actions of electrons and protons within an atom. As a side note, to those of you who are not familiar with Schrödinger's thought experiment, he placed a radioactive substance, a sensor, a vial containing a poisonous gas, a hammer, and a cat, into a box. Half the time, the sensor would detect radioactive decay and trigger the hammer to smash the vial, releasing the gas and killing the cat. The other half the time, the sensor would detect nothing and the cat would survive. We'll be testing the validity of Schrödinger's theory by placing the cat, or Sparkles, into a box with similar materials and opening and closing the box numerous times to check on Sparkles. Upon looking into the box, we notice that the cat is either alive, with the poison vial still intact, or dead, having inhaled the poisonous smoke. To start our demo, we place Sparkles in the box, and now we're going to check to see if she's dead or not. Open the box. Open the box. Did you seriously forget how to open a box? You just have to grab the lid. No, the lid. The lid.
The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid.
Okay. Now firmly grasp it in your hand. Firmly Good. Good. Now, lift it up.
So we need some ping pong balls to make our radioactive substance. Let's try to find it. It's not here. It's on the toy section. What could they be? They said they had them. What the heck?
Aisle 19. Why would they be in aisle 19? Oh. Why did you involve me? Because I love you, Pikachu! Hey man, I'm really sorry. Stupid evolved prick. What do you even do? You just plan. Hey man, will you tap me first? No! Are you gonna... You're all like, oh, I gotta do an attack. You could've just walked away. But you didn't. My knee. Oh. For the majority of our trials, the poison vial was either smashed and the cat died, or it wasn't smashed and the cat lived. However, there were some trials in which we experienced a strange phenomenon. What the? How'd I get here? Dude, shut up! Since the poisonous vial has a 50% chance of killing the cat, we repeated the experiment of closing the box, waiting for a result, and opening it again, and we found that half the time the cat dies and half the time the cat lives. Looking at this scenario from a quantum mechanical standpoint, the cat is in a state of perpetual superposition until we open the box. In other words, the two situations of the vial breaking and the cat dying, and the vial remaining intact and the cat staying alive, are both happening at the same time. As soon as the box is open, our act of looking forces nature's decision and reality collapses in one of either situation. We can only observe the cat as either dead or alive, which brings up the questions: who observes us to force nature to choose one reality, and do both possibilities occur simultaneously, albeit in parallel universes? In reality, Schrödinger creates this paradoxical situation with objects of fathomable sizes, a cat in a box, to draw a parallel to the rapid movement of protons and electrons. So this next part's going to be a little bumpy, so to smooth things over, I'm going to invite my friend Mickey Mouse to help explain things in a more simple manner. Mickey?
Ho! Thanks, Hondro. I appreciate you having me here. Ho! Okay, so let's get into it. Schrödinger theorized that the location of an electron in an atom is not concretely defined, but is predicted using probability. For instance, in an atom surrounded by both dense clouds and thin layers of electrons, we would find that an electron has a higher chance of being in one of those dense clouds than in one of the thin layers. Schrödinger postulated that the motion of electrons could be accurately described with wave functions, in which he uses several wave equations to help determine the probability of an electron's location. Hope that cleared things up for you, Hondro.
Wow, that was great, Mickey. Thank you so much for your help.
Ho-ho! My pleasure, Alejandro.
Now get out of my house.
Ho-ho! Okay, kids. Have a wonderful day.
I said get out of my house.
Oh.
While we would delve deeper into how we derive these equations and the solutions that these equations create, it would involve another 3 more weeks worth of these crappy videos and deceptively long assignments every 2 days, which we can all agree we could go without. Heck, I only really know the fundamentals of these quantum mechanics concepts, but you know who really knows their stuff on this? Mr. Strickland. So let's get in a call with him and we'll see what he knows. We can pick his brain about all this stuff. Mr. Strickland, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, Alejandro. Alright, let's get into it.
In classical mechanics, the equation F equals ma is used to describe the motion of an object, but this is not as relevant in quantum mechanics. For quantum mechanics, Schrödinger developed a partial linear differential equation that describes the time evolution of a system's wave function, which would determine probability of a system in a specific place at a specific time. Thanks, Mr. Strickland. Say, your voice sounds kind of familiar. Alright, we'll see you, Alejandro. Okay. Bye, Mr. Strickland. Now we'll show you some more of Schrödinger's key equations, along with the key explaining each of the variables. Ready? Alright, don't blink. Okay, and there it is. And to close this video out, we have Mr. Morgan Freeman. Mr. Freeman?
Schrödinger's theory is simple on the surface. However, the more you delve into the electron and proton superposition and wave functions, his theory transcends logic and challenges us to think in the abstract. Suddenly, the seemingly impossible, parallel universes, alternate dimensions, superposition, becomes a possible reality. Fortunately for us, we have a constant hunger for the truth, an infinite curiosity, and a whole lot of cats.
See that? Best buds.
But that's just a theory. A physics theory. Thanks for watching.